Yesterday was a very difficult day. There was a massive attack on Kyiv, such that hasn't happened for a long time. Children's hospital was severely damaged. It's one of the dark days for Kyiv. Also, there were people who were hurt in different neighborhoods. It was a little bit scary yesterday, I'll be honest about that. I was lucky because nothing happened where I was, but I could hear something was going on. But I was at the mall and it was fine. It was so emotionally draining yesterday. So today I decided to take a day off from sorting things. I decided to run as many errands as I can today. And I have an appointment in the city center. And I will just try to run errands and take it slow. You know, you could always think about how other people live. But now, since I'm in Kyiv, I feel like all people who live here are really brave. And it's not only about Kyiv. I feel like all people who are staying in Ukraine are really brave because it can be very dangerous sometimes. No one knows what and when is going to happen, let alone I consider myself lucky to live in a hotel with a generator. So I almost never face anything electricity related. Most of the time I can just be doing what I'm doing. I can only imagine what it's like to live this way every single day. Oh, okay. I got a sunburn. I have been using a sunscreen. It's a very useful habit I got used to in Edmonton, but the thing is that I've been outside the last couple of days almost all the time, so yeah. So, the weather. You know, I've been planning to have this trip for a while, and sometimes it seems like you're choosing not the best time, though you had many more options. I think in reality, no matter when I came, there would be lots of circumstances. So, first of all, the days I've been in Kyiv have been the hottest days in Kyiv for, I'm not sure forever or not, but it's been in top 30s, maybe even reaching 40s. It's been almost 40 degrees Celsius. And yeah, blackouts are a real deal. I really admire people who get used to living like that. I'm super grateful to live in a hotel with a generator. The only thing is that air conditioning kind of doesn't work when electricity is off and hotel is powered by a generator. So it does work, but only in one mode. So that is basically wet air circulating in the room. It's kind of impossible to have cool air when it's happening. But you know what? I'm really not sad about it. I'm so at peace by being at home right now that I'm not even upset about it. It's not very healthy to compare yourself to other people, but it may be to some extent, I think, if it's not too extreme. I kind of think that I'm under better circumstances right now than people who just live in the apartments, especially people who live on higher floors. The thing is that when you live, I think above the 13th floor in older buildings, and maybe like it works for newer buildings, like for all floors. I'm not sure, I'm not gonna claim anything. But anyways, for those people, water circulation is powered by electricity. So when electricity is out, they have zero water. You can only imagine what it's like. I can only imagine what it's like. Another thing is that I don't want to say I forgot how humid Kyiv is. When we first came to Edmonton, my first thought was it's so dry out there, and in summer my lips are always cracked. They're always dry no matter how much water I drink and no matter how much lip balm I use. It doesn't help the air. It dries life out of you, literally. But Kyiv is so humid. So today I went to a hair salon. I made a ponytail because it's hard to say that I've been to a hair salon just because it's been raining today, and I even didn't get my hair wet, so I didn't get under the rain, but the overall air humidity, it works magically on my hair, just like it's always been like that. But you know what? I kind of feel so comfortable in a humid climate. I've missed it so much, and it feels way more natural for me than dry climate in Edmonton. I think it's only because I get used to living like that, and maybe because it's home. I think because it's home, I'm kind of enjoying humidity and even the heat. It's weird. I used to have a problem in my life. Mindset that was creating problems for me. I used to believe that all plans had to be fulfilled. And it's kind of not what plans are for. Plans are there just to be an outline for whatever you're going for. Maybe it sounds obvious to you, but for me, it was a revelation at some point. It literally was a revelation, and I was like, and you have no idea how much this sacred knowledge helped me in my life afterwards. It reduced stress and anxiety and useless perfectionism, useless expectations towards yourself, others in your life. Overall, my life got much easier after I learned that. And I think this is one of the reasons why I'm enjoying this trip so much, because so many things didn't go as I was expecting. Another cool thing is that I'm using public transport everywhere. Don't get me wrong, many people have cars in Kyiv, and car is a means of comfort. Doesn't feel that way in Edmonton. It feels like you kind of have to have a car to feel independent. Got great public transport, trams, trolley buses, even marshrutkas if you're into that. You can get yourself pretty much everywhere by public transport. And that is how you move, naturally move. You know, I actually love walking a lot, but my favorite kind of walking is when you have a goal. At the same time, you're having physical activity. Maybe it's almost 40 degrees Celsius. It's not the best idea, but I'm treating it like a sauna. I'm freaking enjoying this, I'm telling you. On one particular day, when my friend and we wanted to meet at one part of the city in Ukrainian, it's called Vdenha. Vdenha is really nice. There are a couple really cool restaurants and bars there, and it's just like one of those nice little places in Kyiv. The problem was that when my friend and I were leaving, there was an air raid alert. And the thing is that when air raid alert happens, public transport doesn't work. They're just stopping, and according to the rules, all passengers had to get to the nearest shelter. Obviously, you never know how long an air raid alert is gonna take. I was kinda sitting at the bus stop for almost an hour waiting for a trolley bus. It's been even weirder because several neighborhoods I've been getting through while getting back to the hotel, there were blackouts and it was dark already, so after having this trip, I was kind of happy that I would not have to go to that neighborhood again. But little did I know, the next day after this very long way back home happened, I had an appointment with my doctor at the same neighborhood. So funny. Another thing you can do in Ukraine, you can go to the lab and get your blood or whatever tested, even if you don't have a doctor's prescription for that. The point is that you're just paying and getting everything checked. One of the doctors I was seeing is endocrinologist. I kind of know what tests I had to take from our previous appointment a couple of years ago, so before having this appointment, I just went to the lab and got tested. Things that I've always loved back home, like watching movies with Ukrainian translation. For me, English hasn't been an issue since high school. Watching an original is amazing, but nothing can be compared to watching a movie with Ukrainian translation. First of all, Ukrainian is just a beautiful language. Secondly, people who make Ukrainian translations, they are just so creative, and sometimes they come up with something amazing. I've done some shopping today in the store called Всі Свої. This is one of my most favorite stores because this is solely Ukrainian brands, and I was so happy to buy something truly amazing I will not be able to get in Canada. I've been eating out. Out of the places I've been to, Ukraine is just like, there are so many restaurants that are just unique, and food is just amazing. What I realized today is that I think that one of the reasons why I've been struggling with weight for my entire life is because food here is just so good. It's an emotional trip, I'll be honest about that. It's totally worth it to say goodbye to the places, to the memories, to the life that never happened, because there's a different life going on. While editing the video, I've realized that it's almost my last vlog while I still was in Ukraine, so just a couple of things that happened. First of all, my suitcase broke, obviously because I didn't know when enough is enough. Luckily, my dad helped me fix it, and I didn't have to open it till returning back to Edmonton. Second, my friend and I spent 12 hours at the customs. Thank you so much for watching and for being here for me in this trip. I'm truly happy I'm here. Home. There's no place like home.